It's a grand old flag, it's a high-flying flag. It's the emblem for me and for you. It's the emblem of the team we love, the team of the red and
Bill, with the Foxtel Cup, what's the itinerary there? People wonder, when you leave and when you come back and what your program is.
Yeah, look, we have to get through this week, and then obviously we have a bye leading into the Foxtel Cup, which is new. A lot of the sides last year, and including Box Hill, who we play in round one, will play on the Saturday before the Tuesday night. We've chose to do it a little bit differently. So we'll train next week, Tuesday, Wednesday and Friday. Some of the coaching staff are going out Friday, some are going out Saturday. We're going to watch Box Hill on Saturday, do a bit of forward planning, and hopefully that'll help us. The players who are selected in the squad of 30 will travel Monday afternoon. I think it's about a 3 o'clock flight, gets into Melbourne about 10 o'clock or 9:30 or something like that. Get up, we've got a bit of a tour around. First of all, we'll go to Etihad on Tuesday morning and have a little bit of a look there. Have a light jog and stretch somewhere at a park, and then we're going out to view the Carlton facilities, and then a bit of free time in the afternoon. It's actually an 8:30 Melbourne time game, so a long day to wait around for that, and then we'll basically back to the hotel, sleep, and we'll fly at 9 or 10 o'clock Wednesday morning, head back here and train Wednesday night.
Great, and the players, they'd all look forward to it, wouldn't they? The trip away and the excitement.
Oh, it is. Look, you get to play on venues that we don't generally play on. A couple of years ago we were at the MCG, and we're the only West Perth side ever to play there, and it's probably going to be the same this week at Etihad. So that being a relatively new stadium, it's the first time anyone from West Perth as a collective group have played there. So look, for the young fellas and the guys who haven't been in the AFL system, it's always good to get out against quality opposition on the major sporting venues in the country.
Craig Soley, you run your own business, of course, but your background's pretty impressive with Subiaco and West Perth, but both winning premierships while you're there, and that's of course partly due to yourself. And what is your background like? Were you always interested in this sort of work?
Well, my background comes from martial arts, which was my sport, and I won a few world titles in karate over my time. And then I work as a physio, so working with a lot of footballers. I got sort of involved in footy again through the guy that I work with and his relationship with Scotty Waters, so that's why I went down to Subi. And when I was down there, I was the physio, but they quickly realised that I could help them out with a lot of their stability and functional strength type stuff, so their tackling training and just sort of preparing them for the actual game as opposed to just gym-based training. So I did that for a few years and then just sort of felt a bit burned out and life got in the way, so I stepped away from footy for a few years. And then I'm doing a master's at the moment, so I'm doing some research into injury prevention and injury identification, and that's in football. So I'd done some work with St Kilda and needed someone in WA to work with, and West Perth had a job going, so I applied for it and got it, and that started last year, and obviously we had a really successful year last year for both the senior sides. With the league winning the premiership, so that was fantastic. And I just hope that some of what I'm doing is helping. I know that we've had a really good coaching panel, so that's helped too. And yeah, just try to keep the guys doing something that's interesting for them, because the gym can get pretty boring over a period of time. But making them strong, making them fit, and making them resilient, so they're not getting injured.
That's an interesting one. With the gym, when it gets boring, what can you do there? Just vary the program?
Yeah, look, a lot of the exercises I do are more based on stuff that I found successful for me in not getting injured in my sport. So being mobile and being strong and then having good endurance are really important qualities. And my feeling on footballers from what I've seen over the years is that they have weaknesses in certain areas, and so I tend to really try to fire up those areas and improve their weaknesses. They're already good athletes in a lot of respects, and so their room for improvement in those areas isn't so great. So it's like asking Usain Bolt to run 10% faster. It's a really hard thing because he's really at the top of his game already. So with these guys, they're at the top of their game for a lot of things that they do, but they have a lot of scope for improvement on are the areas that I try to work on.
Every heart beats true for the red and the blue, and we sing this song to you.